And not everyone's going to pitch like a number one or number two every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. One down, base is empty. That catches the corner. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. 3 go the Orioles. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the first, and here is Dalton Varsho. And strike 2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Right side, hard hit. Mateo sends it to first. And Bichette is retired.
Batting third.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Vladimir
2 outs, base is empty.
Jr.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Anthony Santander at the plate. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. Foul ball. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. O'Hearn makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Blue Jays back now in Toronto. Second inning set to
Leading
go.
off
Here's
for
Tyler
Baltimore,
O'Neill.
Left fielder Tyler O'Neill.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
A little bit low.
2-1.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And downstairs. Second inning here, no score. Inside, and that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Next pitch is outside.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult
Batting
for himself
seven,
right
the
now out there on the
designated
mound.
hitter,
But,
Kobe
you know, his
Mayo.
confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
And now Kobe Mayo.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
On the ground, 2 ball. Tosses to first, and now 2 gone. Here's Adley Rutschman. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. Orioles strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Rogers Center, and here's the veteran outfielder, George Springer. Rolled over to third. Westberg whips it across, and quickly one away in the second. Here's Andres Jimenez. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't
Batting
feel
second,
any vibration in your
third
hands
baseman,
whatsoever.
Ernie
Such a good feeling. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits.
Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Throw there. Safe. Bradish checks the runner. Jimenez back in on a dive. Two now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So
Batting
credit the
eighth,
pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch.
Alejandro.
Clearly he had him fooled.
Alejandro Kirk, the next to hit.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hand, it's going to be very difficult for that hitter to get the barrel to it.
That one way outside. It's 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Jorge Mateo now. Late that time, and it's strike 2. 2 strikes. In the air, out towards right center. Varsho after it. He's got it. 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Foul ball there. 1 down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. Top of the third, no score. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. This is downstairs, and that's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. 1 gone, runner at first. And next for the Orioles, Ryan O'Hearn.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
No, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good.
Runner on the go. And a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here on opening day. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the DH, Will Wagner. Up the middle. Henderson over to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Check swing, called strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. Fastball for a strike. Swings and misses, and good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And we're back. Start of the fourth. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and foul ball. O'Neill swings and belts one deep to right. Springer drop step going back, and that one is out of here. His first homer of the year, and they jump ahead in the fourth. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Got him swinging.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
And he handles it himself for the out. 2 down, bases empty. And now Kobe Mayo. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4. Base knock, center field. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And that's a 2-out double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're midway in the 4th. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Check swing, no appeal.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
At the belt and fires. On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Good upside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. One down, base is empty. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses, and now it's filled up 3-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Blue Jays down a run. That one is hammered right field. Cowser reaching back towards the wall. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting, the right
And
fielder,
it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Springer.
Ball to strike. And that's outside.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And it remains 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Gausman winds and deals. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the Ball up
next
the middle.
for the
Didn't square it up
Orioles,
as much as he
midfielder
probably would have
Cedric
liked,
Mullins.
but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first.
Well struck right field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Mateo around third. He'll score.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And now here is Ryan O'Hearn. That one ripped. And it hits the top of the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. And they're up by 3.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson. And that one is down. upstairs. And a count 2-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here on opening day. And that's outside. Check swing at the full count offering. Appeal to third. And that's going to be ruled a swing.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. One out, and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the fifth. Cut on and miss. Struck him out, and that K brings him into double digits for the game. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. O'Hearn at second with 2 down. That one is upstairs. Colton Cowser waiting on deck for the Orioles. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches made him really work. Out there on the mound. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Clement over to first. They limit the damage here. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Andres Gimenez. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That's to third. Westburg fires across the diamond, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
Ernie Clement.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Next offering misses down and away. Out towards right center field. Mullins makes the grab. That is the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Leading off, Kobe Mayo. Here comes the manager out of the pitching change here. Eric Swanson.
Number 50. Eric Swanson.
And now 2-1.
You know, these Orioles, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Bounce to the right side. Jimenez to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Adley Rutschman up now. He didn't just play baseball while at Oregon State, Singy. Adley was also on the football team.
Yeah, that's right. Adley was a place kicker his freshman year, averaged 60 yards per kick, and we've all seen the highlight of him tackling Christian McCaffrey. Not an easy feat.
20 touchbacks, too. Not bad. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. So they go quietly there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. The next offering misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Brian Baker up and loosening in the pen. Aiken also throwing. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. O'Neill going back on it. Up against the wall and brings it in. So the lineup flips over. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Over to first. Got him. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. What a play. Inning over. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. And a 1-2. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Now it's going to be Ryan O'Hearn. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swings and misses. 1-2.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think net.
The other way, and it stays fair. Mullins rounds second, heads for third. Coming home. He will score.
Comes through with the RBI. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Now here is Tyler O'Neill. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie. He didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. That one off the mark. Ball 2. Just ball missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Late with the swing there.
Helpful.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. The O's add one on an RBI.
Now pitching for
We're
Baltimore.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Brian Baker.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental
Throws to second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. O'Neill makes the grab, and there's one away. And the batter is George Springer. Guerrero, the runner at second with one away. Going to count 1-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup
One
with that
ball,
arm action.
2 strikes.
Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Rutschman on to first. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Here's a 1-1. Late swing, foul to the left. 2 outs with a runner at third. Out to short. Henderson fires to first on the run. They get the out, and that'll do it. Starting to run out of outs. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the here comes the skipper.
Pitching for the
Tommy
Blue
Nance
Jays.
gets the ball now.
Number
I think it's going to be a
45.
little tough coming in out of the pen when your
Tommy
guys are trailing so
Nance.
big on the scoreboard.
Oh, that's
Just
down.
doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stat.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the
Oh, that's
biggest
off the plate.
thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many.
He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. And that's
Ball.
down and away.
2-2 to count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
So there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him
Now
up.
batting,
You know, it's hard
first
to get the
baseman,
bat
Ryan
around on a pitch
O'Hearn.
like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off of.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Are we on
script? Never. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly
balls,
Fanatic,
one
still
strike.
the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs.
Yeah,
That
I
hit
got
him.
Take your
And
bet.
the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Man at first, nobody out. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. No
One ball,
throw, safe
2
at
strikes.
second.
Easy swipe a second right there with no throw down. It looks like they're very focused on this hitter at the plate. I'm not sure if that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base, but here's a chance to drive in a run.
Ball.
In the dirt. stays alive. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Runner on the go again. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 6-1.
Gotta love the resiliency shown in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Will Wagner will hit next. Outside.
1 strike.
Kirk gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that is out of play. Here's a 2-2. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2-2 down. To first, maybe a 2-ball. 1 at second.
Out.
Onto O'Hearn. 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
New pitcher now, Keegan Aiken.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now it's going to be Dalton Varsho.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball.
3. That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. And this is now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
No, that's low.
Next offering is in for a strike. This to third, Clement. The throw to first, and O'Neill is retired.
Deceptive slider right there, stayed in the tunnel a long time, got that hitter out front, rolled over and put it on the ground.
2 down, bases empty. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Out to short. Sends it to first, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. And we're back. Bottom 9, and the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Mullins going back on this one, and it one-hops the wall. And that's a lead. Off double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Lead runner puts on the brakes, and it's second and third.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Bichette on third. Guerrero at second with nobody out. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Mullins under it. He's there. He's got it. Both runners tagging. He'll score in the sac fly. It's 6.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
So it's their last chance in this one. Andres Gimenez getting ready to hit. The 1-1. Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first. Ball game. And the Orioles take the season opener and move to 1-0.
These players know they have a long series ahead of them, but they come out, establish, and set the tone in the first game of the series. Very important to get that. Put you in the driver's seat to win game 2, and then push yourself to a series win, if not a sweep.
And your final 6-2 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Said I gotta do better, I gotta do better, I gotta pick up the pieces and master the puzzle upon us. Look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest. Slow down time, get back in line with my chakras. Reach for the galaxy, leave stardust for thus after me. Into the void, fill in the cavity. Risk the reward if that's how it has to be. I gotta do better, I gotta do better, I gotta do everything in my power to try to do what gotta do. Ride the tide, don't fight with the current that guided you. Melt the ice round the furnace burning inside of you. I gotta do better, I gotta do better, I gotta do better. There's nothing they can do that I can't do better. Better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do better. Yeah, I'm better. I said I'm better. Gotta do better, I 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 gotta do better, gotta do better today. Gotta do better before it's too late. Shade stuck to my face, hoodie glued to my head. Hiding from the same world that made me who I am. Deep rest, can't even get out of bed. Too blessed to be so stressed. I do all this just to say get off my. Mixed emotions prohibit my focus. This what you wanted, what's wrong with you? You don't make sense. Feel like I could flip at any moment. Faces playing in this with me. Doing it was just a war with boredom, but it's sure to get me. Lord forgive me. Amen. Wear the crown of thorns for sport. I'm just waiting for a stone to hit me. Relationship on the rocks, my family all concerned. My homies still on the block, getting it I can't do. I'm stricken by survivor's guilt, I'm getting it off of words. Word. Come on, Herb. You gotta do better, I 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 gotta do better, gotta do better today. Gotta do better before it's too late.
sun setting in the background. What a way to set the scene. And we could take another lap round, but it wouldn't change a thing. Oh no, this ain't one of those where I kiss you when you go. Maybe we find each other somewhere down the road. Cause I'm over trying and making it right when I'm still getting these concussions. Throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, making everything my fault. But you got me top, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding now from screaming out your name. Find a place to pull over, tear stain on your shoulder. 2 years is too long, still feel like I don't know you. You always wonder what it'd be like if I left. Take a look around, cause you're staring at the end. You're staring at the end. There's no way we're going back now. No, you ain't giving what I need. Yeah, that crowd was getting too loud. Screaming now, saying I'm not gonna be the one to pick up your pieces. Stop my life when you need it. Say you blame me for everything when you're leaving. I'm still getting these concussions. Throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, making everything my fault. But you got me top, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding now from screaming out your name. Find a place to pull over, tear stain on your shoulder. 2 years is too long, still feel like I don't know you. You always wonder what it'd be like if I left. Take a look around, cause you're staring at the end. I'm still getting these concussions. Throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, making everything my fault. But you got me torn, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding now from screaming out your name. Find a place to pull over, tear stain on your shoulder. 2 years is too long, still feel like I don't know you. You always wonder what it'd be like if I left. Take a look around, cause you're staring at the end.
Hey, with a clip, but there's still no mountain high enough. Or wide enough to touch the naughty, nasty, the nasty, trashy, happy. That's happy to be new. Me and Ben Rock went spots in flocks and groups and troops with timber boots and suits. That's how I roll when my hair do dope. With a will I got one and competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later, he wanna tell him with a dip and all that other Ringling brothers. Sporty, naughty, hot bar, greater than nature. Why I jam, slam the flim, flam, and then jam. You can run, but you can't hide, you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are.
From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays.
Just try to escape, you might fail.
right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute first pitch coming your way next. All right, ready to go here. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one the other way, and foul ball.
Ooh, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
And there's a hit. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early.
Clement. There's one. On the first double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Swings and misses on the fastball. Up in the zone for the strikeout.